Hi everybody, Kaiwaza with you, and today kind of a haul video. Kind of dawned on me today, I don't ever really do haul videos like when I go that often, when I go to the thrift stores or when I go to the expos or whatever, and maybe I should. Anyway, I did today. I'm going to do one today just because I think I should. So I went to the All Hawaii Collectors wiki-wiki, which means like quick one-day show. It's only one day, and I don't usually get a lot of stuff there, but I got a few things. And then since it was nearby, I also went to Goodwill, and because I have Goodwill has like cards now that if you shop there enough you get a certain amount for every purchase you make. So I had like $6 to redeem, so I thought, well, I'm here, I'm going to go to Goodwill and see what's there. So let me show you just the combined haul of what I got today. So first, just a couple books. The Omnivore's Dilemma by Michael Pullman, just about the problems people face today, with food choices and the story of all of that, and organics and goods and bads and problems and whatever. Power, Faith, and Fantasy, America in the Middle East, 1776 to the present, just because it's interesting and relevant, certainly, topic today. So interesting. I like to read a lot. Okay, so that's it for books. They did have a one LP record I got, only because it was just $1. Liberace's South Pacific, and this is not Hawaiian. It's just his renditions of songs from the musical South Pacific. And I have so many records of the musical South Pacific, because it does sort of broadly, follow if you're collecting Hawaiian music to have South Pacific. And I have so many that I wouldn't get any more unless it was super, super cheap, which it was. It was $1, so, whatever. And I have listened to it briefly, and it's Liberace, right? I did also get 145 from Waikiki Records, just because I knew I didn't have it. This is, I can't really see it, but Mokulani Young, Koniawi Kawai and Hola Hola Ka'a, both by Mokulani Young. Not much out there by him, but he does have an album that was done, I think, in the 80s, called Galaxy of Love, which I don't have, which is crazy expensive. And I don't know why it's so expensive, but if you ever see it for cheap, buy it for me and I'll buy it from you. Mokulani Young. It's very expensive. It's like $100 when you find it. I don't know why. And I just wouldn't pay more than 20. That's just me, Then I got some postcards. This seller had postcards by this artist the last time, and now they had some new ones. These are old, and they were just 50 cents. And unfortunately, I can't read the name of the artist on the back of it. It's just like, you can't read it. But I love these postcards. And what I do, I love this style of painting, is upload them onto Pinterest. I have a Pinterest board, if it interests you, called Polynesian Carols, like the songs you sing at Christmas, Polynesian Carols. And on it I upload things like this that I get, pictures from magazines and books, and I use them for my Hawaiian leisure hour. Check that envelope out. 50 cents this was, together with the card, 50 cents. I upload them onto Polynesian Carols, and I use them for my song videos on Hawaiian Leisure Hour. And also, I just think it's kind of nice to put a lot of these old images and things from the 20th century just out there, and then people can listen to it. So it's called Polynesian Carols. I did get this 45 to Kevin I, a local recording artist here. I do not have his album. He has an album out from 1980. Super disco and, pop. Not Hawaiian, but again, it's another album that's really expensive when you find it, and I don't have it because I just don't want to spend that money. But this guy at the expo had a 45 for $1, so I got it. I was hoping Lady of the Disco, or might have some Hawaii reference, so I could put it on Hawaiian Leisure Hour, but it doesn't. So anyway, and then I got a few CDs. You might know I'm into some of these. Lately, something I've been collecting, because I don't really collect, I have a million CDs, but I don't really collect them necessarily, but something I have been collecting lately are Hawaiian Christmas CDs, because I never used to, but you know how everybody's sort of getting nostalgic for the 80s and 90s now. I sort of am too, because I lived through it. So I'm picking up cheap Hawaiian Christmas CDs when I find them. Christmas with the Royal Hawaiian Band and Friends, featuring then Mayor Mufi Hanneman. Yeah. Also Janai, who's a local recording artist here, Endless Christmas. I did listen to some of this as well. It's quite nice. It's just 6 tracks, and she has Alika Lyman Trio on singing or on it. Willie K, Jordan Segundo, you might remember him from American Idol. And then, okay, if you lived through the 90s, you'll laugh at this. This is something else that I've gotten interested in lately. I lived through this whole era, but if you lived through it, you might remember how like New Age music and jazz music, with and classical music and monks chanting, in combination with nature sounds, were like the big thing, and everybody was, meditating and I don't know what. I was living in Oregon at the time, so it was even a more popular thing. And I remember all of these CDs, and I had some of them. North Sound in particular, this company did like 100 million of them, but everybody was getting in on the action. And I just recently, I don't exactly know why, but find myself being very nostalgic about them. So I've started picking them up when I see them inexpensively, and this was cheap. Jazz Wolf. And I have several now, and they actually, I have to say, I digitized them onto the hard drive, and they make me laugh. And they are also actually very nice background music if you're just reading and cleaning house and whatever. And it's funny to hear all these different combinations of, birds in the jungle, and, a flute, and then, drums followed by saxophones with loons crooning or whatever. It's funny. I don't know what we were thinking. Then also I got, one lady was selling a whole bunch of calendars, old Hawaiian calendars, but she was selling them for $1 a piece. It was so cheap, so I had to get several because, again, these are things that I use these pictures, I upload them onto my Pinterest site, Polynesian Carols, and then I will use them on Hawaiian Leisure Hour for pictures. Here's one from 1973, Aloha Land. This one has pictures on both sides, but it's pretty cool. Here's 1977, Honolulu Federal Savings. Has some song lyrics on it. And this one has some nice pictures in it too. And actually some really kind of like nice 70s outfits and on some of these people. There's one I love this one. Staring at the sea and her face is in the clouds. I love her very 1977 moo-moo there. But this is the one. Now you guys I gotta ask you this. You tell me, because I can't figure this out. Look at this picture. Love this picture. Man and a woman sort of out of focus. This is the man, obviously, but what is he wearing? I mean, look at what he's wearing. I swear to God, look at this. Is this like a Laura Ingalls Little House on the Prairie dress, or what is this? I mean, I swear, it's like an empire waist, right? And it's got a little ribbon around it, the pleats, and then this poofy, like, sleeve. I mean, it's got to be a guy's outfit that he's wearing, but I'm just trying to imagine in 1978 what guy's outfit, what that was, because it sure looks like he's kind of, early Americana, Laura Ingalls, or whatever. I don't know. Funny. Hawaii 1982. This one's great. It's got a lot of paintings of ancient Hawaii. Love that one. And then Honolulu Federal Savings, 1978. This one too. You get the idea. Anyway, I love these old pictures and some of the clothes and outfits that they're wearing. And then finally, I'll share with you, I got some stamps. I belong to a postcard exchange club, and I also like to write letters and postcards to people. So I use stamps a lot, and I love to use old postcards and old stationery and old stamps, because sometimes you can buy old unused postage. And of course the post office accepts it. It's not canceled or anything. So Like this was face value of $44 and he was selling it for $34, so you're actually saving money. And people always comment when they get my letters and postcards and things about the interesting postage stamps and old stamps in different amounts, as long as you get it up to 34 cents or 47 or 119 or whatever it is you need to wherever you're mailing it to. But anyway, this just has tons and tons of different kinds of old stamps. Very interesting and pretty, and I love old stamps, and I love getting things in the mail, and I like sending things. So anyway, that is my haul from today from both Goodwill and the Collector's wiki-wiki one-day show. So hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you on the next video.